I've always been the one to say the first goodbye. Had to love and lose 100,000,000 times. Had to get it wrong to know just what I like. Now I'm falling. You say my name like I have never heard before. I'm indecisive, but this time I know for sure. I hope I'm not the only one that feels it all. Are you falling? Center of attention, you know you can get whatever you want from me. Whenever you want it, baby. It's you and my reflection. I'm afraid of all the things it could do to me. If I would've known it, baby, I would've stayed at home. 'Cause I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew that was the end of it all. I should've stayed at home. 'Cause now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? Oh no, I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew that was the end of it all. I should've stayed at home. 'Cause now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? I wonder when you go if I stay on your mind. Two can play that game, but you win me every time. Everyone before you was a waste of time. Yeah, you got me. Center of attention, you know you can get whatever you want from me. Whenever you want it, baby. It's you and my reflection. I'm afraid of all the things it could do to me. If I would've known it, baby, I would've stayed at home. 'Cause I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew that was the end of it all. I should've stayed at home. 'Cause now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? Oh no, I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew that was the end of it all. I should've stayed at home. 'Cause now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? Break my heart. Break my heart. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? I would've stayed at home. 'Cause I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew that was the end of it all. I should've stayed at home. 'Cause now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? Oh no, I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew that was the end of it all. I should've stayed at home. 'Cause now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart?
You know, there's a million fine-looking women in the world, dude, but they don't all bring you lasagna at work. Most of them just cheat on you.
All right, chat. How we doing tonight? How we all doing? Am I loud enough? Am I too soft? I can make it softer. How's that, chat? Can you hear that? I can crank it up all the way. You can be all annoying. All just fucking terribly annoying. Scream right in the mic. However you want it, chat. We can do it however you want it. You gonna be quiet, dog? I will end you. Hey, where you going? Chew your bone. Alrighty. So, big louder with Becklove. That's right. Bow, bow, now, now, now. So, folks, I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe to my mug club, where I'm gonna send you a coffee mug each month for the low price of, I don't know, let's say $50. And you know what? $50 plus shipping. You know, I'm not running a charity here, and I don't know why anyone would need more than one coffee mug at most. But there you go. It'll say something like "Own the libs," "Own the libtards." Maybe it'll have like a picture of a gun on it, and say something about snowflakes. You can really feel like you're fighting the culture war. Low price, $50 a month. All right, and so for those of you that blissfully unaware, and good for you if you are, but I'm gonna ruin it. Two people that probably mean a lot to your dad or your uncle are fighting right now. So Crowder, the Canadian psychopath, the closet case Crowder, the totally conservative guy who likes to dress as a woman to own the libs. He was going to sign with the Daily Wire, and he didn't like the amount of money they were giving him. They were offering this guy, get this, a mere $12 million a year to do his show. How's a motherfucker supposed to live off that? In all fairness, it was to do his show, so he had to pay everybody in his show, his glorified podcast. I'm sure that would obviously chew up most of it. I mean, really. So they expected this poor man to live off of a mere $12 million a year. I mean, obviously he turned that down. He can you blame him? What's the point of even going into work for chump change like that? So he puts him on fucking blast. He also recorded. Jeremy Boring is the name of the Daily Wire co-owner, along with Mr. Shapiro, and he puts him on blast. So in the chat says, "Not the point. Did you read the contract?" Oh, don't worry. Don't think I'm taking a side here. Calm down. All right, calm down. We're getting there. Okay? There's no heroes in this story. Okay? There are no heroes here. All right? This is Supervillain Team Up, issue 17. There's no fucking heroes in this story, okay? You're watching all of Batman's rogue gallery play fucking poker. There's nobody here's the good guy. They're all cheating. So he decides to put him on blast. His supposed friend of 10 years, although none of these people are capable of friendship, let's be clear. But supposed friend of 10 years, he decides to record him. Put him on blast. There's a lot of fucked up things in the contract. There really is. But it's also kind of not really any smoking guns when you get right down there. So the shit in the contract is like, we own your shit, for example. We own your show while it's produced under us. At the very least, every episode, like, let's say I go to the Daily Wire, which I would never do. They don't have enough money. Okay. Because I couldn't do it. I couldn't be there more than, whatever they pay me, I'd end up having to give back to them because I wouldn't last a week. But let's say I go to the Daily Wire, okay? And they're like, okay, Beckloff, you got to do your Beckloff Saturday night live stream. And fuck it, it's my main job now. We'll throw in Wednesday because that's how hard the people work there. And we own all the episodes you make while under us because we're going to help you produce them. All right, that's fair, I guess. You can leave when you're done and go do another show, but we own this show. Okay, fine. And they give you the stuff to produce it. Okay. Now it gets a little bit more fucked up. If I get a strike and I'm no longer monetized, which, by the way, I'm not monetized. I'm not even bothering to apply for monetization. Please hit streamlabs.com/thebacklove if you want to send me $12 million for the next year. Or even just $12. Or even just $1. Anything's appreciated. So, okay. A lot of it's typical. It's kind of shitty, but it's typical. And it's like, all right, well, if you get demonetized, you get a strike or something, well, you're fucked. All right? Not only... they're not really going to go to bat for you. They're going to hang you out to dry. You're going to be up shit's creek. You know, we're going to fine you. Now, in Crowder's case, it was like, we'll fine you $10,000 every time you can't do a show. You know, when you're getting $12 million, which sounds like a lot till you're getting $12 million a year. And then, yeah, you're if you fuck us by fucking up your channel, then you're going to pay. Now, there's two sides to that. Look, if the Daily Wire pays to buy your fucking YouTube channel, your show, like, let's use a somewhat successful show. Let's say the Revenge of the Seth guys, or I don't know, the Quartering. I could see him getting it, although the Quartering's sucking Crowder's dick really hard, but you get my point. Mark Dice, although he doesn't strike me as a team player, in the best of ways. I mean that as a compliment. But whatever. Any one of these guys, okay? You know, not me with my 10 viewers. They're not coming after me with my 10 viewers. But I don't know. Let's say 4 years ago, they would have come to me after the election stream I had. It was really good. Like, you know what? We think we can make something out of you. You snapping young Bulbasaur. Now, setting aside, again, the fact that I could not stand to work for Ben Shapiro. Like, not in a million fucking years. But setting that aside. Yes, Chad, I do have a Discord. I don't know. Mods, throw in a link. I'm sure it's just Tom Bombadil sneaking in, but whatever. I don't care. I'm sure it's just Tom Bombadil trying to sneak back in, but who cares? Honestly, Tom, if you went back in and didn't cause fucking trouble, I don't think anybody would even notice, but whatever. Mods, throw a link to the Discord. Anyways, so they don't know your shit, which is standard. I mean, when you sign up for a big company like that, it's standard. You know, Alan Moore thought he was going to keep his Watchmen rights because he thought he was smarter than the Warner Brothers lawyers. Newsflash, he wasn't. Oh, Warner Brothers keep DC Comics, like, by extension, Warner Brothers keeps the rights to Watchmen as long as they keep Watchmen in print. Well, it's been a Watchmen trade paperback in print ever since. It doesn't even matter how much it's selling. You know, DC will print Watchmen trade paperbacks and throw them into a fucking volcano if they have to. Anyways. So yeah, if you get a strike, if the big tech people hang you out to dry, Daily Wire, you know, your bosses ain't gonna hang you out to dry, and that's fucked up on one level, because it's basically your bosses are like, look, we want you to do your job, but if you get in trouble for doing your job, then we're also gonna hold you accountable. It's fucked up, okay? At the same time, if you're under the Daily Wire umbrella, you're probably not going to get a strike. Assuming you really go off the fucking rails. Now, the other side of that is that the Daily Wire is a business. And if they pay you to do a YouTube show and to read off ads for their shitty Jeremy razors that are as dull as a butter knife, or whatever other sponsor they got. The fucking Bowl and Branch sheets, and the Mike Lindell crackhead pillows, and the fucking Bible insurance, and all this other dumb shit. If you can't read the ads, then you're not making them any money, so they're not going to want to pay you any money. It's not personal, kid, it's business. Understandable. Shitty, but understandable. But then you get into another area of this. And again, this is why I'm saying there's no good guys here. Don't tell me Crowder's a good guy either, because we'll get to that shit. But, okay, the Daily Wire's a business, right? But isn't the Daily Wire supposed to be more than that? Isn't that what they tell you? Well, not you, because if you're listening to me, odds are you don't watch the Daily Wire. But isn't that what they tell your dad or your uncle that loves the Daily Wire? Isn't that what they tell them? They tell them that, no, this isn't just a thing you watch. When you watch Ben Shapiro and you buy the fucking Bowl and Branch sheets from him, and when you buy Jeremy's dullest butter knives razors right out of a fucking box, you know, and cut your face all to fucking ribbons, when you could have just gone to the dollar store and picked up shitty razors from there that at least would have worked a couple of times. But no, see, you didn't do that. You bought the shitty ones because you're fighting a culture war. You're sticking it to the leftards. They convince you that you're doing something by watching this shit and buying their dumb shit. They convince you that you're fighting a cause and that they're fighting it with you, and that's why they need your support. I'm not doing that to you. Now, I want your shekels. I want you to hit the Streamlabs and send me a fucking donation. Abso-fucking-lutely. I would love that. I could use that particularly this week. But when you do that, it's just because, hey, this guy's entertaining me a little bit on a Saturday night. So, you know, like the guy in the subway playing his guitar, you throw some coins in his fucking guitar case because the music sounded nice. That's all it is. I have my political beliefs, certainly, and they're probably more in line with yours than not. I have my friends, but I'm not flying a flag here. We're not part of a movement over here. Okay? We're not saving the West or the white race or any of that shit. None of that. But that's not what the Daily Wire tells you. The Daily Wire tells you, no, you need to watch our shitty movies we made with the canceled Star Wars actress and Hercules, Kevin Sorbo. You need to watch, you need to buy our shitty razors. You need to buy our sponsors, Bowl and Branch sheets and Bible insurance. And listen to Ben Shapiro tell you why you should send your teenage son to go die for Israel. Because you're fighting for a cause here, Goy. We're gonna save the West here, Goy. That's what they're telling you. So for them to come back and be like, oh no. See, we have to bend the knee to big tech. And we have to do all these things because it's a business. It's not personal. It's just a business. Well, that's pretty shitty. Now, getting back to Steven Crowder, our favorite Adderall and likely steroid using closet case Canadian. He had Stop Big Con registered a couple weeks ago, way before we ever heard of this. He knew he could have just tried to negotiate this contract. See, he's not fighting the good fight. He doesn't care about you. He was fine with all this shit for many a fucking year. And all of a sudden, he didn't like his cut. And now it's like a bank robbery. He didn't think he got a big enough cut. And he wants to go try and squeal to the cops. But while he's squealing to the cops, he acts like it's because he had a... I can't even say it's like he had a change of heart. Because he's not even acting like he was in on this. He was. How many NDAs did he make his fucking former employees that supposedly he didn't pay very well? He made them all sign NDAs. You think he doesn't do shitty fucking things like the Daily Wire does? Of course he fucking does. Crowder's not your fucking friend. This is a case where it's very easy to look at it and pick a side based on which of these two sides you hate less. That's foolish. It's an understandable instinct. I can't say I don't have it. If I had to pick a side, I guess I'd side with Crowder. Because fuck the Daily Wire. They're even more evil. They're even more destructive. They're certainly more destructive because they're bigger and they have more reach. If I could snap my fingers and make one of these things fucking vanish, Infinity Gauntlet style, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark, and they turn to dust, it would be Daily Wire over Crowder because, again, that's the one doing more damage. Yes, if you get somebody in the chat, Illustrator in the chat says, still you got to admit the contract he was offered was an insult, not based on price, but based on if you get suspended, we'll fine you angle. Yes, but again, from a purely business standpoint, if he gets suspended, he's no longer making them any money. Now, once again, Daily Wire's whole business model is convincing you that they're more than a business. That they're fighting the good fight. So if they're fighting the good fight, then when you get suspended, they should stand by their man and just eat the cost. But do you think Ben Shapiro is going to eat the cost on fucking anything? I mean, I'm sorry. You can watch these guys back and forth, and I hope it goes on for months. I hope it devolves into a Beckloff-Arini shit show. That's how bad I hope it gets. Only, unlike that one, neither one of them is going to be having fun. I was having fun. Neither one of them is going to be having fun during it. So, let's watch some of this shit. We can start with Shylock here. So he says, if enough sexually confused lunatics with Twitter followers got together. Yes, true. But again, yeah, that's true of everybody. And on a moral level, they absolutely should stand by him. But on a business level, Let's see what we can do here. Here we go. So, we're going to watch old Benji. So he says, for the record, I don't watch or read either. Nor should you. Crowder is not funny. He's not entertaining. He's not informative. It's manipulative shit. Oh, I'm fighting with you guys. You got to buy my mug because I'm fighting with you. And the Daily Wire is every single thing wrong with the conservative movement and Republicans. And not just Ben Shapiro, not just Jeremy Boring, but like Matt Walsh, for example. Watch 3 minutes of Matt Walsh tell me that man is a sociopath. Typical fucking Catholic, which is just the Christian version of the small hats. You know, I had my 5th kid recently, but don't worry, I'll be back to work tomorrow. Fucking father of the year, isn't he? If I had the kind of money he had and I had a fucking newborn kid, you think I'd be going to work? So I said, that is the question. It's either a movement or a business. And that's the point. See, they got the Schrodinger's fucking bullshit going on, where it's a movement when they want it to be. It's a business when they want it to be. You know, on a smaller scale, you can point to fucking Fuentes is cozy like that. Now, that's a fed honeypot when you hear it down to it. But, you know, you got Ralph on there as like basically your top streamer. And he's everything that cozy, you know, that these people originally, you know, claimed they were against. Well, is Cozy a streaming platform Nick happens to own, or is it the arm of a political movement? Well, it's whatever it needs to be in that moment. Who the hell's texting me? So, let's watch Ben Shapiro respond to Crowder.
Well, folks, I'm sure many of you have seen the controversy that has broken out between, I would say, our former friend, Steven Crowder, and those of us here at the Daily Wire.
Either this has to stop, or I'm going to.
Merch pointed out he thinks Crowder's on roids. And he's definitely on something. He's jacked up on Adderall, at the very least. Crowder is very twitchy, and we'll probably break down some Crowder videos after this too, but you'll see.
Have to stop.
And it makes me sick to my stomach. I know that my business partner, Jeremy Boring, is making.
Why does he move like this? Why does he move like the fucking, like, the super autistic guy from Big Bang Theory? Why does he look like Jewish Sheldon all the fucking time? Like, he moves like a bird.
Made him sick to his stomach as well, because we had always considered Steven a friend. I was Steven's first lawyer. I helped negotiate his contract with Fox News, going all the way back. It's got to be at least over a decade. And Steven and I had always been very friendly. I know Jeremy was even friendlier.
I just want to go on record once again saying that I've hated Ben Shapiro long before any of you heard of Ben Shapiro. I'm going to go hipsterish on you. I'm going to put on a fucking trilby and tip it at y'all motherfuckers, because I hated this motherfucker in 2003 when he had a WorldNet Daily column at the age of 19 while he was in law school because his daddy got it for him, telling all the goy kids his age that they need to go die in Iraq while he's in law school. I've always hated this motherfucker. Everything about him is hateable. I hate him more when he says things I agree with. I hate him even more when he does that.
With Steven, had counseled him in very rough times. I had personally attempted to intervene when Steven was demonetized in June 2019 on YouTube. I actually sounded off so loudly that the people at YouTube reached out to me, and Susan Wojcicki, the head of YouTube, got on the phone with me, and I reamed her out over demonetizing Steven. And I hope it made a difference. You know?
Ben, the fact that you can get on the phone with Susan kind of helps prove Crowder right. Now, again, as I just dissected, there's a lot wrong with Crowder and his arguments here. She says it's like a yippee chihuahua. Folks, if you do enjoy the show, please, because I really hate watching Ben Shapiro, please hit that Streamlabs.
Now, look, I think that Stephen is an incredibly talented comedian. I also think that what he is doing to my friend Jeremy Boring right now is one of the most disgusting things I have ever seen in politics. It really is one of the ugliest things I've ever seen. In order to understand what's happening, I think you have to understand a couple of things. So, for those who missed the story, basically,
Why does he move like this? If you're at a table negotiating anything, business, you're settling a lawsuit, whatever. If you're ever at a table where you find yourself negotiating and somebody is talking and moving like this on the other side, know that they want to fuck you. That they almost want to fuck you more than they even want to benefit themselves.
offered Stephen
Almost. Because after all, Ferengi with no profit is no Ferengi at all.
a term sheet, a non-binding term sheet. A non-binding term sheet is exactly what it sounds like. It is a list of terms for a proposed negotiation for a contract. And then negotiation happens, then you come to a final contract. That is what a non-binding...
Yes, I know, Ben. He should have hit you back with a counteroffer. My question, though, would be, why was your offer so fucking shitty and slimy?
term sheet is. His agent had solicited us to make him an offer. This is when he was in his closing days with the Blaze. And so we sent him over a non-binding term sheet for 50.
By the way, the Blaze is no better. The Blaze is no fucking better. Don't trust anyone that works at... And I'm sure there's a couple of decent fucking people at these outfits because they are pretty fucking big. But whatever. Don't trust anybody that works for Daily Wire. Don't trust anybody that works for the Blaze. No. Just don't.
$50 million over the course of 4 years with an additional 2-year option at $25 million. That is, as it sounds like, a lot of money. But we thought that Stephen is worth it because Stephen is, again, an incredibly talented guy with a very, very large following. And if you want to hear the actual terms of the term sheet, all you have to do is go to the description on this particular video or head on over to YouTube, and you can see my business partner, Jeremy Boring, read the terms word for word. Stephen's original video in which he attacked us. So this week,
Okay, but why are you going to hold your creators out to dry? If I work for the fucking Daily Wire and I say that, you know, men have penises and women have vaginas, which everyone else at the Daily Wire says, but I happen to catch a shitstorm and I happen to lose my monetization. Why is it that you want to find me instead of fighting for me? Why don't you circle your wagons around your employees and say, nobody does that to one of ours. You put one of ours in the hospital, we put one of yours in the morgue. Why don't you do that instead? No, instead the attitude of the Daily Wire is you put one of ours in the hospital, oh well, no shortage of dumb goys to take his place. That's the attitude of Daily Wire. So he says, am I going to watch Pastor, whatever, however you pronounce his name, smash the Xbox? Oh, the video game guy? No, we're not going to watch all through the video game guy. No, we didn't watch that part. He smashed an Xbox. Good for him. He's a fag. Video games are bad because some people play them too much. Therefore, everything is bad. Because there's nothing people can't abuse. Yes, Chad, Michael Savage is still alive. But I don't think Michael Savage has any fucking real... He has a fucking podcast at this point. He probably gets less views than the fucking Kino Casino or fucking Revenge of the Sith or some shit, alright? I would say Cozy, but, you know, take away the bots. There's more people on Cozy than watching it. I mean, Michael Savage's big problem is, you know, the people old enough to want to watch Michael Savage usually can't figure out what a podcast is. And I liked Michael Savage, by the way.
Have you heard of Jesus?
We got Leo Arena donating. Leo Rini tips $10. Thank you very much. He goes, it's okay, Retchloff. I just won't run my heat this winter so I can send you Super Bears. Well, thank you for that sacrifice because, we're all in this movement together. All right? We're going to... Oh, God. I see this one Daily Wire commercial all the time. I know. You should have ad block. What do you want from me? Okay? Like, I even put ad block on one of the laptops. But, like, this one isn't really mine. The old man uses it mostly. And then, like, beyond that, what am I going to put I don't know how to put ad block on the Roku. And I don't know how to put it on my phone. So I see this fucking Daily Wire commercial. And it's getting you to subscribe to the Daily Wire. Which, by the way, that's the other thing. For as much as they want to hang motherfuckers out for dry, you'd think if you hang me out to dry, like, okay, let's say I'm a Daily Wire person. And I get all this demonetized shit. You'd think they'd be like, you know what? Like, depending on what I did. Like, if I go completely off the goddamn rails and I'm screaming, Owen Benjamin style shit, okay, maybe you just like, you know what? We can't help you. But if I'm just, doing a typical milquetoast Daily Wire shit, Steven Crowder shit, and I get demonetized, you'd think they'd be like, you know what? We have a subscription paywall part of our service. We're going to bring you into that. Until we're going to fight for you. Get your shit sorted out. But until then, we'll bring you into the paywall section. Let you work there. That's what they do if they gave a shit about their employees, which of course they don't. Is it better than Comfy? That's only one guy on that page. What even is on Comfy? The only thing I've ever watched on Comfy is the Kino guys like covered Ralph Mania there. Yeah. But anyways, I got so sidetracked. I keep seeing the commercial, subscribe to the Daily Wire. And the thing they say at the beginning of it drives me up the fucking wall. Join us as we crush the left. As we're crushing the left. You're crushing the left? Really? See, again, it's this... They're not just a business. They're trying to get you to feel like, join us. We're fighting the good fight. Okay? Subscribing to our... Buying fucking Boll and Branch sheets and all this other stuff will get you... We'll be fighting the fight there. We're crushing the left. Never mind the fact that the last two fucking election cycles kind of say the opposite. We're crushing the left. It's cool. So it says Owen Benjamin still streams on Shing, which I don't even know what that is, and Gab TV. Oh my God, Gab. Fucking embarrassing. All of this is embarrassing anymore. I'm sorry. Quark, you were saying?
This week, Stephen attacked Jeremy Boring and attacked the Daily Wire and suggested that if we had essentially offered him an enslavement contract that would have robbed him of all of his freedom and made him subject to the whims of big tech and all the rest of this kind of bullshit. And
oh, he said a big boy word. He said a big boy word, guys, like a big boy. He bleeped it out though, like a little pussy, but he said it.
It's just not true. Jeremy, unlike Stephen, read the entire text of the term sheet on the air and goes through it piece by piece and explains exactly how it works. And in short, all the contract says is, we are offering you this gigantic sum of money, and if you start to lose money for the company and for yourself because you lose YouTube, for example, then we both lose money, so you lose some money. Because this is typical.
Okay, so... What is really the point of being under one of these fucking umbrellas if they're not going to protect you? Do you remember about 10 fucking years ago, there was all the fucking, what the hell were those called? The fucking networks. Some of them were scams, but some of them actually protected you. Machinima and all this other shit. It's for the gaming and geek shit guys mostly. But it's like, you know, when you get a bullshit strike, we're going to go to bat for you. You know? We're going to throw our dick around, our big dick energy around, and go to bat for you. When you're in that bad position, you know that these motherfuckers got your back. What do you really do for people? Okay, yeah, you pay them a bunch of money that, you know, will take it away from you if Susan says so. But like, what do you, if somebody already, because you're not gonna take some motherfucker off the street, okay, and give him a fucking show. You're not taking me. You're not gonna say, oh, Beckloff with his fucking 20 viewers right now. We're gonna get him. We're going to pull him up, and we're going to give him a show, give him a platform, and he's going to now have a real fucking audience being able to make a living at this. Because we're going to give him all this money. And you don't take nobodies and turn them in. No, that would make sense. But you take guys that already fucking made it. And then said, okay, come under our umbrella. We're not going to do shit for you. Steven Crowder doesn't need to be on... I hate to give the guy credit. He doesn't need to be under a fucking network. Yeah, he probably could have used those $12 million a year. But he already has millions of dollars. He already is very well off, at the very least. I don't know his net worth, but he's far richer than all of us put together. And he's got his mailing list of dumb boomers who like his cringy parody songs because they think they're supposed to, and they buy his mugs. He's fine. What would be the point of joining a fucking big umbrella network if they don't go to bat for you? Yes, chat. Most of the YouTube networks... Well, let me put it this way. There was a bunch of legit ones, and then a bunch of people pretending to be ones that were scams. You know, if your channel had 50 fucking views and somebody like, oh, in the generic, we love your content, contact us. No, that was a scam. But some of them were legit, and at least for a while, were offering protections for people. It's a fucking mob shit, basically. You gotta fall in with, you know, it's like being in prison. You gotta join one of the gangs. When he says clicking on this stream start, Shylock was going to be Beardson and Mugman was going to be that Jewish chick. I don't know what Beardson's up to right now, but like I got a $10 super chat. That is not enough to watch Beardson. I can barely stomach fucking Ben Boy over here. No, you got to add a couple of zero. You got to move that decimal point 2 places over to get me to want to fucking watch Beardson.
Typically, how contracts work. On this show, for example, if I lose advertisers and the revenue of the show goes down, then I lose revenue personally because the revenue of the show has gone down. So again, if you want the details, the legalistic details of all this, you can check out Jeremy's video. It is absolutely comprehensive and irrefutable because again, he reveals, I've never seen anybody else do this, he reveals literally the entirety of the what was supposed to be confidential term sheet that Steven decided to partially leak for his own benefit. And this is the part that's really ugly. Okay, so the part that's really ugly is the betrayal of friendship. So last night...
Ben, I don't believe for a second you are even psychologically or physiologically capable of friendship, okay? I don't believe that. You fucking lizard man.
Steven Crowder, in response to Jeremy reading the entire term sheet and saying somehow Steven misconstrued this and is using this to attack us, and launch a website called Stop Big Con, as though we are in the pocket of big tech. We are in the pocket of big tech.
Yes, you are. You very clearly are a purse puppy in Susan's fucking purse. You are the one that's allowed to be out there. You are the controlled opposition, Ben. We know that, okay? You're on YouTube here. You're fucking monetized on YouTube. You're fucking... in the clear on Facebook and Twitter and all those. You do not run afoul of them. And frankly, now that Trump's out of the goddamn picture, and let's be real, he fucking is. Like, don't fucking kid yourself. Somebody said I made a Discord account to join the server and was immediately booted. I guess this channel isn't interested in growing. Well, I mean, I'm really not. This isn't. I mean, I don't give a shit. I come on here once in a while and just, you know, ramble when I feel like getting shit off my chest. That said, though, I don't know why you were booted. Okay. I don't think my mods immediately booted you. That doesn't sound right. Unless you're either Tom Bombadil or Rich. I know Rich fought with one of my mods recently. He got booted. The only way he's coming back is if that mod says okay. Because you don't go around calling somebody a pedophile because you're having an internet argument with them. We're not Kino Casino, Rich. But no, I don't know why you got booted, man. I don't know what happened. It should not have happened. I don't understand that. Yeah, I don't know who immediately booted. None of my mods pay that much attention. If anything, that sounds like Discord flagged you for some reason.
We who have invested literally tens of millions of dollars building alternatives to big tech. We who put up people like Matt Walsh and Candace Owens and my show.
Yeah, they're all real big fucking... I know the people in my audience. I know you're not stupid. I know you're not naive. I know you understand what controlled opposition is. Okay? Because, see, they can't just silence everybody on the one side that looks too bad. You have to have what appears like the dissenting voice. Because that wrangles all the people unhappy with the current state of things into a acceptable line of questions to ask. You know this, chat. I know this. We all know what that is. What are you doing, dog? What are you doing? You gonna chew your bone? You want to sit on the chair? You can sit on the chair. Well, jump up, fat dog. I'm not gonna pick you up. Go up there if you want to go up there. Somebody says Ben Shapiro's never suffered from mass wave YouTube censorship. He's in good with Susan. Of course he is. Yeah, chat mods are telling me here in the chat that, you know, nobody was booted. It sounds like, and I don't think Discord locked us. It sounds like a problem on your end, if I'm being honest. Nobody booted you as soon as you came in. There's no fucking security at my Discord. Nobody cares. Fucking Arini could go back in. I don't care. So it says Daily Wire is a watered down version of Fox News. Basically, Daily Wire is Fox News from the Bush years, is what it is. Like, Fox News moved itself a little bit more in, like, the populist direction. You know, they got, like, Tucker on there and shit. Daily Wire is more, like, O'Reilly and Hannity era Fox News. You know what I'm saying?
Have you heard of Jesus?
Illustrator sends $10. Thank you very much for that. Says, here you go, Ace. We love our Bulbasaur. There's only so much of Ben I can fucking take. God, I hate that little fucker. You know, before he even got booted off radio, and he got booted off radio because he's Savage. Before Michael Savage got booted off radio, And he got booted off because he's notoriously difficult to work with. Because he is a cantankerous asshole. Which is part of what made his show so entertaining. So he says, there, you happy? I mean, I'm less unhappy. That's right, chat. The no spin zone. But before Savage got booted off radio, in my area at least, he had the 3 to 6 slot on the 1 AM station, which is when he goes live. And this was when Rush was still on and shit like that. And they just gave that slot to Shapiro. Shapiro has no organic audience. Okay? But shock among shocks, a guy like him was really good at getting somebody says Michael Savage got kicked off radio for Ben Show. Well, I mean, look. Yeah, but let's be real. Savage didn't do himself any favors. Savage notoriously, like, in fact, it was about 10 years ago, I want to say, he got kicked out of one radio network and went to another. I think he went from, like, I don't, the only 2 radio networks I know are Cumulus and Sirius, not Sirius. I know Cumulus as well, whatever. He got kicked off of one of the big radio conglomerates and went to another because he fucking was fighting with higher ups. And, you know, it's not even that he's wrong. It's just he's an ill-tempered, cranky old fuck. And he has been probably since he was 25. Okay? And again, that's what made his show great, by the way. Somebody says he's unable to accept invite. I don't know why, man. Shit, man. I don't know why. I don't think anybody's even perma-banned. I mean, we just don't let 2 guys back in. I don't know what the problem is, man. I couldn't tell you. You might want to even just, you know, customer support or, you know, tech support Discord or something. I don't fucking know, man. I couldn't tell you. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, we're not trying to keep you out. It's not a top secret fucking club. Okay? It's a place where I fucking shitpost memes. You know, and talk about locales and post pictures of redheads' titties. Like, it's not a secret club. Anyways, but what made Michael Savage's show so fucking great is that he was a fucking cantankerous old shit. Like, you could listen to Hannity back in the day and you knew what he was going to say on any given fucking subject. Mostly because it's what Rush said earlier that day. But, like, you knew these guys. You know the guys where it's like, you know everything they're going to say. Savage should surprise you sometimes. And I mean, there was plenty of times I was cursing the radio. I'm like, you old fuck, eat a dick. But at least that's engaging. You know what I mean? Forney says Savage sued his old syndicator because they were trying to screw him. All the other top hosts like Laura Ingraham quit at the same time. Again, I'm not even saying he was wrong about stuff, but, like, let's be real. Like, I'm very certain Savage wasn't the easiest man to work with. That's all I'm saying. Which is part of why his show was great. You know, I'm sure Ben Shapiro ain't fucking easy to work with. And his show sucks a dick. Yes, chat. Fun trivia. Savage's son does own Rockstar Energy Drink. Which is really weird bit of trivia, but it's true. Somebody says he was able to join enough to show up briefly, so I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe another mod kicked him. I doubt it, though. I really doubt there's any other mod that's even watching who the fuck comes in. Again, unless it's Tom Bombadil or fucking Rich. Like, Rich got kicked out because he had a pissing match with a mod and decided to call him a pedophile. Which you can't just go doing that without, you know, just no fucking evidence. Just, you're a pedophile. We're not Kino Casino. You can't do that. So he says, granted, Savage wasn't doing himself any favors because he frequently only did 2 hours of his live show. The last hour was taped interviews. I remember he did that a few times. Like, Savage was a fucking asshole. Like, no getting around it. I mean, he still is. He's still alive. I doubt he's softened. But yeah, Savage was a fucking dickhead. Again, great fucking radio. Certainly compared to his other contemporaries. I miss Savage's show. I really do. People, it's okay, man. Somebody's talking about the Discord thing. Yeah, it sounds like it was a problem when I was in. I'm sorry, bud. There's nothing we can do about it. Yeah. I think you should probably figure out your Discord. You said you just made your account. You know what? You probably need to, like... I know a lot of sites, and it's been a long time since I joined Discord. So I don't remember exactly what they do, but a lot of places, maybe they sent you a confirmation email you need to click before you can actually join things. I don't fucking know, dude. But I'm pretty sure the problem's on your end. But look, in again, this Crowder thing, this Crowder Daily Wire thing, they're all shitbags, okay? At the end of the day, all these people... And look at the stupid amounts of money they're getting thrown around. You know, I bet your boomer uncle or your boomer dad or whoever you fucking know in your family that has sent money to these fucking assholes, you know, bought their stupid fucking mugs and their shitty Jeremy's razors and shit like that. I bet you they don't have nearly the money Mr. fucking Shapiro has. You can pay $50 million a year or $12 million a year for Crowder to do the worst fucking... to do the worst unfunny shit you've ever heard. They're making a lot of money off of a lot of desperate people. There's a lot of people out there that they just know shit is going to hell and they want to do something about it. They want to feel like they're doing something to stem a tide of madness. And so they buy Crowder's stupid mugs and butter knife dull fucking Jeremy razors and shit like that. And they're swindled by these fuckers. That's what it is. They're swindled. These companies, these people exist to prey on your fucking dad or uncle that just doesn't understand the current fucking year, for better or worse. They're not even trying to really fight the good fight. And to Crowder's credit, he's sort of proving that with Daily Wire. Because what do they keep saying? Well, it's just business. Okay, but I thought this wasn't just business. I thought you were crushing the left, Daily Wire. But they're not. It's just business. Nobody's looking good in this, thankfully. Crowder's looking, in my opinion, worse. But that's like arguing over which pile of dog shit smells worse. You know, nobody's looking good. Somebody says I smiled at Crowder's Biden charts video. Well, that's some terrible fucking taste. That was some cringe shit. Good God, man. That wouldn't have been funny in like 2001 on fucking jibjab.com. But I'm glad, I guess, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I don't know, guys. But you know what I do know? I know I need to get back to writing. I just kind of felt like talking about this shit for a little bit. If you enjoy the content I put out, on the rare occasion I put it out, you can send shekels. Streamlabs.com/Speckloff. Send a donation when I'm not live. I'll see it when I am live. Even when I am live. PayPal.me/Speckloff. If you want to just send me some shekels that way. That is about it for tonight, folks. I want to thank you all for listening.